comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want you to run me through what you did that day.
Sir?
You don't have to call me Sir, Freddie. Call me Doctor.
I didn't know you were a doctor, sir. I thought you were a therapist.
I am a therapist, but if it helps you to think of me as a doctor, you should. Now, take me through what you did that day.
From 0, sir.
From 0.
Well, at 0, I was at the Yashiwara. At 1, maybe 1.5, I came back. I had some relations with a girl called Carlton. Then I ate something. It was fish, I think. Then I went to the Suns Club. I trained a little, ran some races. I took some alpha with friends. I had relations with a girl called Hammond. I came back. I had relations with a girl called,
That's all right. You don't have to...
It's Eden. She was called Eden.
And then?
Then I tried to kill myself. Do you think lack of sleep could have something to do with it?
When was the last time you slept?
About 8 years ago.
No, I don't think that's significant. Now, you're sure you haven't left anything out?
Like what?
Those problems you had when you were younger? You haven't experienced anything like that recently?
No. Nothing. About the sleeping, Doctor. I just got a feeling that it might do me some good.
Sleeping? Why would sleeping do you good?
It's just... Well, I heard about these pills. Fexum. They block the metadex so you can sleep again.
Freddie, if you're asleep, you can't work. You can't purchase. It would be like being dead. And we've already agreed that wanting to be dead is a no-no, haven't we?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sirree.
Well, what should I do, Doctor?
Well, I'd say try not to worry. Maybe keep a note of how you're feeling.
Like a journal or a diary or something.
Well, yes, something of that, okay, time up.
You know, I can't remember what dreaming's like.
You're in Metropolis, Freddie. You're living the dream. Okay, like the vert says, go, my son, and have some fun.
The M2T. Now, nothing can stop you.
M2T 现在不使用可以暂停。
Die M2T. Jetzt kann dich nichts mehr aufhalten.
Le M2
Metropolis by Thea von Harbou. Dramatized by Peter Straw.
September 12th. Hello. Well, my name is F.T. Fredison Jr., and I'm from Metropolis, which, with approximately 62 million employees, is one of the largest corporate poll estates in the world. Today I had some emotions. I don't know, a bunch of them. I'm not exactly sure what you'd call them, but they were pretty strong. It started that day walking back to the tower.
Ni hao, FT. Time is 4.7.
Messages.
FT, it's Simpson, the woman you're supposed to be marrying. I only mention it because Clifton told me there is a horrible rumor going around the Suns Club about you having some kind of episode, and I do not appreciate the pitying looks I've been getting. I am not pleased. Now, whatever the hell is going on with you, deal with it.
Delete. News.
Today's news. Excitement as UFG launch new product line. Two's company. Celebrations as Cossington and Tetra merge. Shock in the world of entertainment. Masha and Tito to divorce. Weather today. Dry, sunny, maximum 30 degrees.
I live right at the heart of the city. We call it the Babel Tower.
Ni hao. Welcome to HRL Center Tower Metropolis. Please pass through security scan. Employee change is 77 mils.
Executives with rank of a captain or higher don't have to go through security. We have our own entrance. But this morning I went through security with all the rest of the employees. I don't really know why. Well, okay, I do know why. I like feeling part of that crowd. I like pretending I'm one of them. I'm not used to feeling like I belong. My father is pretty much top Mandarin here, so he's pretty busy. It's funny because we work in the same building, but I haven't actually seen him in 4 years.
Employee change in 38 mils.
That always sounds strange to people from smaller polar states, but, you know, Babel has 7,000 floors, so it would actually be kind of weird if we did bump into each other.
Clear this area, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep it clear.
What's going on?
There's been an incident, sir. Please keep the area clear.
What is it?
I don't know. I can't see.
There's some words up on the wall. They're covering them up.
What do you mean? Avert?
I don't think so. They were painted on. And nobody saw it happen. It's weird.
You mean somebody wrote by hand?
Yeah, right up there on the wall.
What did it say?
Matthew 6:24-25.
Who's Matthew?
I don't know. I mean, 20 feet across. How crazy can you be?
Who wrote by hand?
Please clear the area, gentlemen.
Du bist aufgestiegen.
Epitex, the metabolic enhancer.
We are at floor 6900.
Employee change in 3 mils, in 2 mils,
Accélère le métabolisme.
1 mil.
Young at heart and at the... Ni hao, Freddy. Good to see you.
Thank you, Mr. Schmale. How's things?
Things are good. Busy as you can see.
You know, something happened down in the entrance hall.
Yes, I heard about that. Some crazy disconnect.
Yes, sir.
Now, what's this I hear about you doing something stupid?
Yeah, that's, I tried to kill myself. It was,
What
you know,
am I
for
gonna
the-
do with you?
I know, I don't know what I was thinking of, but we got it straightened out, so,
Good, good. Well, your dad heard you were up here, so he
do
just
you think
wanted
I could
me
get to
have
see
a
my
word with
father,
you.
Mr. Schmale?
I don't think so, Freddy. You know what it's like. I mean, I'll check, but I barely get to see him. We're so busy. But he wanted me to come down here and check you were all fine now.
Oh, absolutely, sir.
Okay, great. Well, I don't want to keep you.
I'm absolutely fine now. I mean, sometimes I could do with a little more to, you know, do. Do you think that would be possible, sir?
What do you mean?
I mean, more, work. Could I have a job?
You have a job, Freddy.
Yeah, but I don't actually do very much, Mr. Schmale. I was wondering if I could be given something ordinary to... I think I need to be busy. When I'm not busy, I get
captain, Freddy. We can't exactly have you taking out the garbage now, can we? If you ask me, what you want to do is forget about work. Try and enjoy yourself a little more. I've got to go. Zaijian.
Zaijian, Mr. Schmale.
Good to have you back, Captain.
Thanks, Walters. What do we have today?
You have a meeting with Mr. Hooperts on floor 6700, sir.
Is that it?
Yes, Captain.
Okay. Oh, could you get me some pills? They're called Fexum.
Fexum. Yes, sir.
Walters, is 62425 one of our employee numbers?
No, sir.
Okay. Thanks. Search.
Search parameters.
Matthew 6:24-25.
Search results. Matthew Leopold, Oceanography Series 6 to 30. Matthew Henton, report date 24th and 25th of the 6th. Matthew 6, verse 24-25. Matthew Professor T.L.
Stop. Repeat.
Matthew 6, verse 24-25.
More.
Ye cannot serve God and mammon. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment?
We are at floor 6900. Which floor do you require?
You have a message.
Play.
FT, it's Simpson. I'm still angry with you, but there's a new Ron Mouse store opening, so if you want to make it up to me...
Delete.
We are at floor 6900. Which floor do you require?
Floor 999, please. That's not where I'm supposed to go. I mean, that's like 3,000 floors beneath my floor. I just picked it at random. I just didn't want to sit through another one of those pointless meetings.
We are at floor 999.
Babel has the fastest lifts in the world. It's sort of a magic trick. You say where you want to be, the doors close, and straight away they open again and the view's completely changed. I mean, it would be completely changed if, you know, if most of the floors in Babel didn't look exactly the same. As it is, the doors open up and you don't feel like you've actually gone anywhere. And then, funniest thing, it happens to me again. Just like that, I start walking across the floor, heading for one of the bathrooms, fast as I can. You know when I said I just picked this floor at random? That was kind of a lie. See, the floors up to 1,000 have still got windows. Come on, come on. Will you... Oh, you!
What you doing?
What? Nothing. Just... I'm trying to get this window open, but the damn thing...
I'm having a bath here.
I know! I'm sorry. I won't be a minute if I can just... Okay. I've got it. Sorry to bother you.
You gonna jump out of there?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Oh, it's kind of cold with the window open, you know?
Sorry. I'm just...
You gonna do it or not?
Run round, coward. Damn coward.
Why'd you want to jump?
Well, it's complicated. I think there's something wrong with me, or... I'm just not happy.
Huh. Money?
No, it's not that. It's my life. I'm sorry, I don't know your number.
11811.
Okay, so you're what? You're product insertion, right?
That's right.
See? That's a job, right? That's something you can do, and it's important, and, you know, when you hear the changeover, you can go out there and know you've contributed.
Actually, it's a pretty boring job. I want to get into insurance. What's your number?
Mine? Okay, let me just say here. I know people outside the corporate states think being called numbers sounds kind of dystopian or something. But I mean, this guy has got a name, it's just... There's so many employees and, you know, all the executives are talking Gao Bao these days, so it's just simpler. But then, when he just asked me there, I couldn't remember my number because I never have to use it because, let's be honest, because I'm a captain. And right then and there, I thought about how there were like them and us, when really we should all be equal or something like that. Because the man in the bath, you know, all right, he wasn't too bright and he was kind of a troglodyte, but he was my brother. I was definitely having an emotion then of, I don't know, like guilt? I don't wanna be me! I don't wanna be me!
Well, who'd you want to be?
I don't know. You. I want to be you. 11811, would you do something for me? Would you let me be you? I mean, use your number, do your job. Just for today.
Why would I do that?
Well, we can swap. You can be me.
You're trying to kill yourself. Why would I want to be you?
I have 73,000 East dollars on me. So, that's how I became 11811, whose real name, it turns out, is Georgie. I felt kind of excited, I think. I'd never done anything like this before. We swap clothes. It doesn't make much difference because we're both wearing gray suits. The only difference is my suit has how much it costs stitched onto the lapel in a neon thread. That's the fashion this week. After we change clothes, I look at myself in the bathroom mirror. It's a terrible suit, but I feel good. I feel like a new man.
Is that number 22675?
Yes, who is this?
Do you buy Omatron?
No.
Use Omatron. Omatron. Will you use Omatron?
No, I don't like Omatron. I prefer...
Use Omatron. Will you use Omatron?
Go away. Hello?
Use Omatron. Omatron's best. Will you use Omatron?
Will you leave me alone?
Omatron. Omatron's the one. Use Omatron.
Georgie says he's going to go to the Yashiwara because he's never been able to afford sex before. So, 10 mils later, I'm on floor 999 doing my new job. It was so strange. I wasn't pretending anymore. I really was part of that big, happy herd. I really want to put my all into it, but product insertion is sort of difficult when you're not used to it. Excuse me, are you 89621?
Who's this?
This is, can I ask, do you use Thermatron?
No, I don't. You know why?
Well,
I don't use Thermatron, because Thermatron's a piece of shit, that's why.
I see. Well, you know, a lot of people...
A lot of people can blow me. You say Thermatron to me one more freaking time, I'm gonna come uptown and insert a product in you!
Well, I'm sorry to bother you.
What are you doing?
Sir?
What are you doing? I just monitored your last call. What are you doing?
I'm just trying
What's your number?
11811.
This is product insertion 11811. You're not here to chat to a target. You're not here to apologize to a target. You are here to insert a product, whether they want you to or not. Redial that last target.
Sir, I'm not sure he wants to talk to me.
What did you say?
Well, it's just that...
Get on your desk.
Sir?
Stand on your desk. Now. Now, if he doesn't want to talk to you, that's just tough titty, because he's required to by law. Now, listen.
What?
Thermatron. Use Thermatron. Use it. Thermatron. Hang up, and I'll redial you for a month.
I just told
Thermatron. Use it. It's great. Use Thermatron. Use it.
I've already...
Use Thermatron! Thermatron! Use it! Use Thermatron! Use it!
Okay. I'll give it a try, but...
Thank you for your time. Now, you stay on your desk until I tell you to get down.
I stand on my desk from 3 till 5.5. I've got to confess, I kept thinking about how I could go and tell Mr. Schmale about this supervisor and have him arrested, because I'm F.T. Fredison, and I'm a captain. But I don't, because Georgie and all these other employees around me are my brothers. And if this is good enough for them, then it should be good enough for me. And as it turns out, it's good that I don't get down from the desk, because that's when she first sees me. I think it's because I'm up there looking like a victim that she feels I'm someone she can reach out to, which she does in the evening when the staff change sounds.
Thank you for your work. Enjoy your purchasing. Please approach security scan. Employee change in 47 minutes.
Take this for me. I'm sorry, don't look at me. Take this for me. They're going to search me with the scan.
She's the first imperfect woman I've seen since I was a kid. Her hair looks like it's a natural color, and she's got a little scar on her lip. A scar. The kind of women I'd had relations with would have a face transplant to get rid of that scar, but she didn't seem to care. Also, although I try not to look at them, I have the strong impression that her breasts are real. I had some kind of emotion at this point, but I don't know what it was because she kept talking and the emotion went away.
Who are you?
11811.
What's your name?
Oh, Georgie.
You have to do something for me, Georgie. Putting an envelope in your pocket. Someone will find you before the next change and take it from you. Be careful. You're tagged and they could be watching you.
Who could be watching me?
People.
Why?
That's what they do.
What's in the envelope?
Will you help me or not?
No. Yes, well, to be honest, I'd rather not, but... She's already gone. Sure enough, as she was walking through the scan, the red arrow shows and security take her for a full check. I've never felt so scared in my life. I've got an envelope in my pocket, and there are people, and they watch you. I try to act naturally. I go to buy something. I'd like 33 of these suits, please.
Dangren, sir? That's 46,000 East dollars. Would you like to pay HC or digital?
Digital. Here.
I'm afraid the bill exceeds your limit, Mr. Georgie.
What? By how much?
By 45,800.
Just get me some socks.
I won't be a moment.
Do you have it?
What? God, sorry, you made me jump.
Have you got the envelope?
Yes. What's your name?
Josephat. You?
Georgie. Should I give it to you?
I don't know. I suppose so.
Here?
I don't know. It's pretty noisy here. That's good, isn't it? I mean, just in case they're listening.
They listen?
I don't know. Don't they?
Look. Here's the stupid envelope. I don't want anything more to do with this.
What's in it?
I don't know. I thought you knew.
I don't know anything. I was told to follow you and take an envelope from you.
Told by who?
A woman.
Did she have a scar on her lip?
Yes. Who is she?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
So, neither of us know anything.
Open the envelope. What is it?
It's a cell.
A what?
An old cell phone.
Do they still work?
Of course not.
Answer it.
You answer it. Press the button there.
Hello?
Do you use Thermatron? Thermatron's the best. Use Thermatron.
Who is this?
My name's Maria.
Are you the one that gave me this phone?
Yes. We're using one of the old satellite networks. This is what we'll talk on from now on. They won't think to try and track calls from there. I'm just ringing to say congratulations. You're both in.
In what?
The new Brigade.
I definitely feel an emotion at this point. It's a complicated one, but feeling a little sick is definitely part of it. Whatever I've stumbled into, it doesn't matter. This isn't my life. This is Georgie's. September 13. Last night I didn't know what to do. I don't know why. Just on impulse. I took one of the Fexum pills Walters had got for me. 10 mils later, for the first time in 8 years, I went to sleep. It felt like I was falling down a lift shaft. I dreamed that I was under Metropolis, walking down a tunnel, and I come out into this secret city. And it's full of slave workers, and they have to operate these old machines all day and all night. One of them is moving the hands of this giant clock, and he turns to look at me, and he's so... You can tell by his eyes he's not human anymore. I woke up at the change, and I had to run, or I was going to be late. News?
News today. Delight as profits surge at Porn World. Fury as Sifton PK breaks off talks with Lunatron. Tragedy as HRL Center Tower Captain is killed. Excitement as people gather...
What? Repeat.
Tragedy as HRL Center Tower Captain is killed.
More.
F.T. Fredison, son of HRL Executive Fredison, dies after falling onto live maglev lines at Yoshiwara Central Terminal.
More.
Police were called to the Yoshiwara district after a young man had removed his clothes and begun to climb a gantry overhanging the maglev lines. Witnesses reported that the man had earlier consumed large quantities of alpha white and seemed in an unstable condition. When police attempted to arrest him, the young man fell onto the lines and was vaporized. He was identified by cards found amongst his clothing as Captain Fredison of HRL Center Tower. Public relations officers at the tower spoke of the sadness felt by all employees at this loss.
Georgie, September 13, the day I died. I am 25 years old and I am already dead. I decide to go into Babel and explain what has happened, that it's just a stupid mistake. But I don't. Instead, I turn up to work as Georgie.
Please pass through security scan. Employee change.
Please keep moving, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing you can do here. Please keep moving to your floors.
It happened again. The writing.
Please keep moving, sir, or you'll be late for the change.
They can't cover it up in time. It says Leviticus 18:21. The police haven't seen anything like this for a long, long time. They have to find an old European word to describe it. It's called graffiti. Can I ask you, do you use Duraflow?
No, I don't.
You should use Duraflow. Duraflow, it's the best. Duraflow, use Duraflow.
Okay, I'll try it.
Thank you for your time. Time, 10.8. Calls, 1746. Requesting washroom break. Search. Bible. Leviticus 18:21.
Leviticus 18:21. You shall not give any of your offspring to offer them to Molech.
Molech. That was when I heard it. The sound of the machines in my dream. It was coming from the grate in the floor, like it was under the tower. Hello? Is that you, Maria?
You remembered my name, Georgie. At the change, go to floor 32.
32? That's a cemetery.
That's right. Field 17. Find the grave of a Mr. J. Freund. I'll be there.
Oh, why should I?
Because the Brigade orders you to.
Are you doing it? The writing on the wall?
Mr. J. Freund. Oh, and please carry on with what you were doing. It's not healthy keeping things bottled up inside.
We're sorry for your loss. Please accept our condolences. Hatcherton Marmalite Tomb.
Faina.
For eternity.
Fang Yin.
Death is worse for
Fang.
those left behind.
Fenton. French. Fresney.
Ease the grief.
Share the loss.
Freund.
Counselors.
Jeremiah C. Freund. Number 887145, actuary. That's it?
There's never much
Oh,
to say about
God.
actuaries. Oh, did I scare you? I picked this one because of the tree. Seemed appropriate. You know the Buddha was supposed to reach enlightenment under a tree. You're late.
Yeah, I stopped to...
To what?
My mother's buried here.
Oh, right.
I haven't visited her for a long time. She died when I was a boy. It's nice here, isn't it? Kinda comforting.
Comforting. You hear that? The wind effect? This place is designed to scare the crap out of you. You're meant to think about the abyss of nothingness waiting for us all. Send you running back grateful to the good old world of the living stroke by.
I don't think people are scared of dying because of a wind effect. I think people are scared of dying because dying is scary.
Do not fear death so much, but rather the inadequate life. What about you, Georgie? Are you scared of dying?
No.
Then step this way.
Where are you go? Into the tomb?
Why not? These things are empty, you know.
No, but... Maria! What are you doing?
Help me lift this. It's all right. It's not the underworld. It's just the service ducts. Come on.
This isn't safe. There's cabling here. Maria, where are we going?
Here.
It's a maintenance junction, and there's a lot of people in there. I recognize Josephat. We wave at each other.
I want to start by welcoming our new members, Josephat, Taylor, and Georgie. Hello. We want to explain to you three why you're here, and we're going to keep it very simple. We're going to talk to you as if you were children, because that's what you are. There are elites. The elites have power. To keep that power, it's essential that they keep you in ignorance, keep you like children. We're going to meet like this because they want to keep us atomized. That means apart. And when they want you to do something, that means it's bad for you. And when they tell you something is true, that means it's a lie.
Excuse me, I don't...
Like when they tell you that profit maximization is the natural goal of society. Like when they tell you a successful life means you got ahead of work. Like when they tell you the best way to be happy is to buy whatever the hell they tell you to buy.
This seems pretty childish to me. I mean, who is they? You think there's some secret organization?
No, they're not secret. They work a couple of thousand floors above you. You know who they are. They're the corporation. They're Fredison and his board members and his media and his captains and his lieutenants. They don't need to conspire to control you.
The lack of conspiracy is part of the conspiracy.
Exactly. I don't understand that.
Look, it used to be that the elites used force to control the people. That was the old way, and it's inefficient. Instead, they discovered all they have to do is set certain base conditions. You can shape a whole society just by setting some basic parameters.
It's like snowflakes. They're so symmetrical you think they were designed. In the case of snowflakes, the base condition is the fact that water molecules in solid state form weak bonds. The molecules align themselves to maximize attractive forces.
In the case of Metropolis, the base condition is maximized profit fueled by maximum consumerism.
Yes.
It's not just that this isn't natural, it's that this is actually harmful to us. The way they are forcing us to live is damaging us. We have been poisoned from the moment we were born.
This is just... It doesn't seem true. I don't feel poisoned. I buy something because I want to buy it.
Every belief we have about ourselves is formed from the base conditions, including the belief that you are choosing this kind of life freely. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you think this is nonsense, if you are truly happy with your life as it is, then why did you try to kill yourselves? It's one of the qualifications for joining the Brigade. This scar I've got, that's what's left over from stepping out in front of a car. I didn't want them to get rid of it. I want to remember what they nearly made me do. Welcome to Wrist Slashers Club.
She's telling me why I wanted to die. She's telling me it was my father's fault. She's telling me that my father has poisoned my mind with lies. I'm so in love with her I can't breathe.
All right then. People have been sleeping. What we're trying to do is wake them up. Lee, would you hand the envelope to me?
Yes.
What is this?
It's your missions.
I don't want a mission.
If it's your first meeting, you have to have a mission. Read out your missions, please. Taylor.
Emetics added to coffee dispensers. What's an emetic?
It induces vomiting. We'll be using Ipecac. Officer floors only. Josephat.
Breaking the news.
Yes, you see how many bogus news stories you can plant. The weirder the better. Jam up those wheels. Lanso will give you some ideas. The record is 17 stories in 1 week. Georgie.
Become a subvertiser? I don't know what that means.
Subliminal subversion.
Right. I don't know what that means. Could I ask you, ma'am, do you buy Lexiter?
Actually, no.
Well, you should, because Lexiter makes shit and lead the market.
I don't... I'm sorry.
Lexiter, they're the best. Buy Lexiter. Lexiter, it's for morons. Lexiter, buy Lexiter.
I will.
Thank you for your time, ma'am. Set fire to someone's car. Goodbye. September 14. They only have to be monitoring me and I'm finished. Definitely strong emotion today. Mainly fear that I am going to go to prison, but also feeling of being alive. Feels like the first time. I found a picture of Moloch today. He had a huge mouth full of flames, and they were throwing children into it. I found this other religious picture. It's called The Virgin and the Grapes by this painter called Mignard, and I swear the Mother of God looks just like Maria, except she doesn't have a scar on her lip, and the breasts are different. I don't tell the others, but I've taken more Fexum pills. I had this dream that I was back on my old floor and I'm speaking to one of the other captains and suddenly I can tell he isn't really human. He's a robot, like a copy they've made and put amongst us. The only way you could tell he was a robot was by looking really carefully at his face. Because when the light caught his eyes, they kind of flashed gold.
Incorrect code. Security alarm will sound in 15. 14, 30,
Could you...
12,
do you think maybe you could hurry?
Yes, hold on. I'll...
Let me try.
Let me try. Josephat, will you just go?
Please, let Georgie try.
2, 1. Code accepted.
Well done.
Welcome home, Clifton.
How'd you guess the code?
I just put in his birthday. The captains are all so dumb, I figured that...
Right. How'd you know his birthday?
I checked him out on the employee DB.
Well done, Georgie. That's planning. Okay, let's get to work. Nothing too big.
November 2. Last month we broke into 2 captains' apartments in the tower. We stole 28 possessions from each apartment and swapped them over. It took the captains a week to realize they'd been robbed because they had almost exactly the same stuff. We have a greater choice of consumer products than anyone on the planet, and yet we're all buying exactly the same things. One of the captains was called Clifton, and the truth is I knew his birthday because we used to be friends.
Here's how they want you to think of it. Humans are naturally restless, acquisitive, and easily bored. You buy the latest computer assistant. For a few days, you're satisfied. But quickly, you become tired of it, discard it, and move on to a newer product. All the corporations are doing is supplying your demand. Your natural desires are driving the whole thing. You are in charge. The reality, however, is the exact opposite. That's practically a law. The reality is almost always the exact opposite of what you have been led to believe. The power elites demand maximum profit, which requires maximum consumerism. The economic model requires a human being who can't stop buying. So they made us. We are not creating this society. This society is creating us. It wasn't always like this. People didn't used to live in the same building they worked in. People didn't used to take drugs to stop them sleeping so that their lives become a non-stop cycle of working and then spending. There was a time when we didn't build obsolescence into everything we used. People didn't used to throw their clothes away at the end of each day. They used to wash what they had and wear it again.
Oh, that's kind of disgusting.
Oh. You know what's disgusting? We're so empty, we've got to keep stuffing ourselves with things. Clothes and jewelry and pleasure systems, and always the latest, the very, very latest. And the more we cram in, the more lost we become. So this week's mission, no purchasing.
What?
It's buy nothing week. You can get basic food, water, that's it. You're going to kick the habit.
But if we're not buying, what are we going to do?
What do? We do add a 0 day. Miller and Chatterjee install a seed virus into the central accountancy files of floor 8239. The result is that instead of being billed, 15,000 customers are issued with $1 million East dollars worth of credit. Chaos. We do Back to Nature Day. We each have to get hold of an animal, which is to be released on one of the sales floors.
Wilson.
I got 6 rats.
Fairy.
I got some frogs.
Okay. Georgie.
I've got a seagull.
In the end, I was nearly beaten by a sad, who managed to get a sheep into a service lift. Luckily for me, the thing had a heart attack before he could get it onto a floor. I get all these emotions all day now. So many I can't keep count. It's like all these old circuits in my brain are firing up. Maria?
Ni hao, Georgie.
What is it?
I need to see you.
Okay. Where are you?
Outside your door.
Oh.
So, can I come in?
Yes. Sorry, I wasn't expecting... come in. Sit down.
Where? There aren't any chairs.
Sorry, no, I've been getting rid of stuff.
This is your room? It's pretty empty.
Yeah, I'm not buying anymore. I don't need to. I mean, I'm really starting to see how little you need to live. I feel really light.
Yeah, you look it. That's what I want to see you about. How much weight have you lost?
Oh, I don't know. I've cut my calorie intake by half. Like you said.
Like I said.
Is not the life more than meat and the body more than raiment?
That's a metaphor.
Right. Absolutely, but I mean, I feel good.
Well, you look shit. Sort it out or they'll notice you. And buy new clothes. You're walking around in a 2-month-old suit. You might as well wear a sign round your neck telling them you're from the Brigade.
Right. Sorry.
What's this?
It's a clock. It's what they used to call them. It's like 20th century or something. 12-hour system, real plastic.
Huh. You can see all the little wheels inside.
The cogs. Yeah. I've had it since I was a kid. I like the pictures on it, you see? It's what they thought the future would look like. Huh. Everyone in silver suits and all these robots everywhere. It makes me sort of sad. They must have thought things would be so different, but they're not, are they? Things don't change.
They do when people change them. Listen, I want you to keep these memory files for me. Just some data we're building up. Safer if it's spread out amongst us, all right?
Absolutely. I'm on it too because... Would you have relations with me, Maria? Would you do that? Because ever since I saw you, I have been... I'm not... I think about you all the time. All right? Well,
it's just that...
No, it's... I understand. Yeah.
Have relations, it's just... It's just such a dumb way of...
I know, dumb. I just... I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. You took me by surprise there. We're Brigade, Georgie. We're comrades, you know, we can't mix things.
Yeah, I understand. I really do.
Goodbye, Georgie.
Yeah. December 17. I feel shame. Also a kind of hating of myself. That I could even think of her in that way. As if she was like those girls I used to know, or a Yashiwara Sale girl. I make myself sick. I'm not worthy to kiss her feet. After she leaves, I go to the washroom and I'm just standing there staring at the mirror and not feeling too good and I hear it again. I lie down on the floor and put my head to the grate. And it's real. They really are down there. Under the city.
Hello? 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 Are you down there?
No, this is hot and fresh. 300 at an eighth. Would I lie to you? Look, follow me on this. Take 50 merchants
January
out
1.
west with a 3/8
Happy New
top.
Year.
Helion.
This operation was my idea. It's our best so far. We've been buying up Thexam pills in small quantities all over Metropolis for weeks. Today we do it. We hit a high floor, the Brokers, the heart of darkness. It is so amazingly easy. We isolate the water feeders for the floor and add the powdered pills.
Denzai group? Oh, that's... hold on. I could go log on... Could you just give me a minute, please? I've just got to...
One by one, they start to go. Josephat hacks into the floor system with a fire alert which automatically shuts the lifts down. Then he cuts the cameras. 10 mils later, we're walking through a floor of 2,000 sleeping people. It's like a fairy tale.
Are they all right?
They're fine. They're dreaming. It's like they're free.
I wonder what they're dreaming about.
What would you dream about?
I dream about you, Maria. I dream about kissing the scar on your lip and us living together in, a forest somewhere, wherever they've got forests, like New Zealand, and we live with monkeys or something and eat berries and drink spring water and... I don't know. Maybe.
That's time. We should go.
I'll see you all at the meeting next week.
Right. Absolutely. On my way out, I spot Simpson, asleep at her desk. I take her lipstick and draw a mustache on her face. I feel pretty bad about it afterwards. January 4. It's weird. The more dangerous things become for us, the more new members there are turning up. You'll be walking down a corridor and see another brigade member walking past, and you just give each other this little nod. And it's like we're saying, we understand and the rest of the world doesn't. And I sort of think it's like I've left one elite and joined another. Something happened today. The police have gone crazy. They're all over Babel. And in the news, they didn't call us disconnects anymore. They called us terrorists.
No, it doesn't matter what they call
It
us.
does matter. I'm not a terrorist. That's not the way I want to think of it.
Well, you just got rebranded.
It just shows they're taking it seriously. Taking us seriously, which is
What
exactly
is a
what
terrorist anyway? They won't tell you, not really.
I didn't join the brigade to be involved.
They don't want to define it because they can't find a way to define it that doesn't include what they've been doing for years.
I'm glad that's what they're calling us. It makes things clearer. It makes what we're doing here clearer. Everybody wants things clearer. They call us it, and it's what we are. It's like they want us to happen.
News. Anger as terrorists strike Metropolis Center. The Inner 63rd Safety and Security Company is struggling to control a fire at the Weeder store tonight. The blaze, the result of an arson attack, has spread to neighboring stores. Several people have been injured. Police have arrested members of the so-called New Brigade terrorist organization who have claimed responsibility for the attack.
Destroy the machine! Destroy Mala!
January 28. I watched the images of them dragging them away. 2 teenagers who said they were New Brigade. I'd never seen either of them before. We can't control things now. It's out there. They're making cheap copies of our brand. February 3. I've started going to visit Mum's grave more often. It's funny. I know it's just an empty grave. I mean, I know they made her into fertilizer straight after she died, but somehow her not being there makes it seem more like her grave. Maybe it's because I can't remember her anyway. She's just this empty space. I go before the meetings. That's why I was at the meeting place early. And that's how I saw them. I saw them from the doorway. Maria and Josephat, having relations. She wasn't looking at me. She turned her head a little bit and I saw this gold flash in her eye. I would have known it wasn't really Maria anyway. There's no way she would ever have. But the gold flash gave it away. When I think of all the years I worried about hearing voices and stuff because of doctors telling me it was an illness. But it's not an illness. Those things I dreamt, they're visions of what is real. There are workers under the city, and they are putting robots amongst us. I just need time. Time to work out what to do.
Please clear this area, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep it clear.
Not again, this is ridiculous. Is anyone doing anything about these people?
It's a new message, Genesis 7:11. But this time it's signed the New Brigade. We've never done that before. It bothers me. Search. Bible. Genesis 7:11.
Genesis 7:11. On the 17th day of the 2nd month, on that day all the springs of the great deep burst forth.
Date? Today?
Today is the 17th of February.
Something is wrong. I can feel it. Something is different. I can't concentrate.
11811.
Sir.
What's the matter with you? You're sitting there, you're not working. I've been watching you for 5 minutes. You haven't made a call. You're talking to yourself, for God's sake. What are you looking at?
That's when it happens. I can see the explosion out on the skyline. It looks miles away, but it's so strong the blast hits us. People don't know what's happening. They drop to the floor. Thousands of people lying on the floor. I'm the only person standing up. It's like I knew this was going to happen. And that's how I get away. I get to my room and pick up the memory files Maria gave me, and I'm already heading down in the lifts as the news starts to come in.
Horror as terrorist bomb detonates downtown. The explosion has destroyed the Kiang pumping station and flooded large areas of Moahi district.
Maria?
It's Josephat.
What is happening?
Get out. They know who we are. They're arresting everyone.
Where's Maria?
They got her. I saw them.
There are people dying in the flood. There are children.
Don't be an idiot. This wasn't us. They've set us up. Now get out.
I'm out. I'm out.
News. Police swoop on terrorists responsible for the Moahi district bombing. Members of the group, known as the New Brigade, were arrested this evening. In several raids, police recovered computer files believed to contain instructions for bomb construction.
I stay out. I go places I think they won't look for me. Every time I hear a siren, I think it's all over. At night, I can hear the machinery under the ground. If I could just work out how to get down there, I could tell them. They're not alone. They are our brothers. I think about Maria, and it's as if that makes her appear.
Can I help you, sir?
I'd like to change my face, please.
Certainly, sir. And what were you thinking of?
I don't know. I thought a different nose, cheekbones, maybe change the lips.
Absolutely. Can I suggest blepharoplasty while you're here?
What?
It's a very reasonable procedure and can transform the whole eye area. Sir, are you all right?
I just saw someone. I just...
Sir, do you want to see...
I changed my mind. Ni hao, Maria.
Georgie.
You remembered my name. I just saw you in the cosmetic there. You were walking out and I thought, that's her. You've had some work done, huh?
Some, yes.
Right. Change your appearance, right? That's what I was thinking. I could still tell it was you, though. I thought I wouldn't get to see you again. You got arrested.
Yes. Yes, I did.
They let you go.
Here I am.
That's great. How did that... No evidence, or...
Yeah, they didn't have anything. I was always very careful. But listen, they could be watching me, so you should go.
Would you come with me, Maria?
What?
I need to talk to you, and there are people here. Please come with me.
Listen, I could meet you later,
All right. Just come down here. We'll talk. It's going to be all right. I don't want you to be afraid. I just want to understand because you've meant so much to me. The others were arrested. It's on the news. They're going to prison, Maria. How did they get in? How did they get in?
They were never out. They are the new Brigade. Fredderson paid me to form the group.
Fredderson? Why? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't...
It's called a net. They know there are disconnects here and there. What if they started to connect to each other? What if they formed a group, some kind of brigade? It could happen. So they make it happen. That way they control it. They clean the whole system out. I told you this was what they did. They set the parameters. Nothing's allowed to be outside them. But I didn't know what they were going to do, Georgia. I didn't know it was going to end like this. That's the truth.
Where's Maria?
What?
Where's the real Maria? If you tell me, I'll let you go.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Georgie, what are you...
Look me in the eyes.
Please, let me go. Please let me go, Georgie.
My name isn't Georgie. You have to check their eyes carefully. They make them so real you can see how people are fooled into thinking they're humans. Even inside, they look real.
Welcome to HR Center.
Today I'm walking to work again. I'm wearing a gray suit. It isn't a good one, but it's the best I can do. I've got a briefcase with me. I don't go into the main entrance. All those crowds and the security check. After all, I'm not a low number. I'm a captain. And my dad is pretty much top mandarin here.
Employee change, 28 mils.
I don't believe it.
Hello, Mr. Schmale.
I don't know what to say. They said young Freddie was waiting for me. I thought it was some kind of sick joke. Do you know what we thought?
I do, I know. I've been away. I went away to find myself and stuff. I went to New Zealand, actually, and I come back and I find out I'm supposed to be... I'm supposed to be dead.
I can't believe it.
I know. I've been talking to the police, and this guy that died, he must have stolen my ID or something. If I'd known what you were all going through back here...
I mean, your father...
I know. I feel terrible. Can I see him, Mr. Schmale?
Well, of course. Of course. How about later today? How's that?
Could I just come up for a moment now?
Well,
I've got a present for Dad in the case.
Right.
It's a clock. An antique. He got me one when I was a kid. You could see all the cogs and stuff. He was always pointing it out to me because he thought it was pretty, you know, poetic. Sort of like society. All of us. Working. Together.
That's great. That's just great. Okay, give me a minute, then we'll take you up.
I know Maria's out there somewhere. Maybe they've got her in some lab, but I can feel she's still alive. And I know she'll hear about what I've done, and she'll know that the Brigade is still fighting. And it's funny. I don't feel guilty about what I'm going to do. In fact, I don't feel anything at all. They made the Brigade. They even gave me the computer files that showed me how to make the thing, which chemicals to buy, how to wire it. It's like I'm some kind of dark fantasy of theirs or something.
Your father will see you now, Mr. Fedderson.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's like they wanted me to happen.
Employee change in 3 mils. In 2 mils. 1 mil.